Hey everybody, join me for a quick little research session. So I talked about this thing called appease the abuser in another video, and basically what I'm talking about is the downstream effects of the way we treat kids in dog culture. It's not good. It leaves the kids open to abuse, and it also trains the adults that are in the kid's life that abuse is okay. So I brought this up in Psychology Today. It's an article, and it talks about the victims placate and abuse an abuser to de-escalate tension and the risk of harm. So they're constantly turning themselves down, hiding their humanity. It rarely works, and the abuse typically continues. So this is a lot like dog culture. We constantly adjust ourselves to not get bitten. We spend more money, more time on the dogs, yet in the end, people will continue to get bit, and bites go up, surgeries go up, children in the hospital go up, expenses go up, our houses smell worse and worse. And the appease the abuser mentality is putting our young sons and daughters out into a society where more bad things happen to them because they adopt this habit. They adopt this habit from basically from the day they're born. And so I wanted to show you some examples of that. I've seen it in my life. You guys probably seen it in your life. Maybe you didn't notice it, but like dogs are biting my kids. If you do a search on that and look at some of these stories, like it's just they think it's cool. Why dogs turn on people? In this one right here, this video, it's a newborn coming into their life. This woman is pregnant, and you watch this video. These dogs are just rambunctious. They have complete control of the house. They're all over the couch. They're all over the beds, jumping, pulling, eating food off of people's plates. And this woman is about to bring a baby into that. Let's do a quick look at the video. She says, "You're about to have a dog, but you're living with a dog that is aggressive toward strangers." Earlier in the video, the dog was just, pulling this guy all over the place. The dog's out of control. Their other dog's out of control. And they're trying to figure out how they're going to adjust their life and their house so they can have this baby in there. Instead of adjusting their life and their house to be able to raise a baby. Like, we want to have a clean couch where our baby can lay and we can show the baby a puzzle or show the baby a picture book. Nope. They're trying to figure out other stuff to do. So this little baby is growing up in this house where it thinks the baby is basically being born into a pack of animals where it thinks it's just the runt, the stupid little fool that needs to adjust its behavior. Because these two adults, this adult, they're treating the baby like it's some kind of inconvenience that they need to figure out how to work around so that they can continue to have dogs. And so the dog is the abuser, and these people are the appeaser. It's just like in our psychology thing, de-escalate tension. So they're trying to de-escalate tension between the kid and the dog, when really the dog just needs to be outside or not even in the house. You see what they're doing now? They got the dogs all up on the couch, sitting between the wife and husband, and they got a pretend baby. So they're trying to train the dogs to be around babies by putting the dogs up. Victoria checks in. So just think about that. They got a fake baby. It's just they're brainwashing themselves into allowing this crap to happen. And this happens all over the place. That baby is going to grow up thinking it's, yeah. And I don't know if you watch this, it's Me or the Dog, but this lady will come back to these houses, and these people will have a plethora of more problems. This one, these dogs are constantly doing this stuff. They're basically making money off the stupidity of these dog owners, which is it's just where society is right now. But as dog ownership goes up more and more and more, these numbers go up. Violence, household violence, 1 in 3 women. If you go around and look up some statistics, these statistics rise with the owner of dogs, with the ownership of dogs. And it's like they don't really know the true numbers because a lot of them are self-reported. But just think about these girls and boys that report verbal and other types of abuse. They've been growing up in this environment. Remember, they appease the abuser. Confront the abuse. It talks about how confronting the abuse is going to help both the abused and the abuser, because you quit incentivizing people to abuse you. But most victims do the opposite. It's exactly the same thing in dog culture. A little kid gets bit, most parents will be like, "Oh, you should have done this, you should have done that," blah blah blah. And so they're just trying to de-escalate tension. They're trying to avoid a confrontation. Somebody's talking bad to the kid. Someone's making terrible remarks at the kid. But just don't say anything. That person's just always just like that. Same thing with the dogs. That dog just always scares the baby. The baby cries a little bit. That's just our scary dog. Ha ha ha. Yeah, it's terrible. And there's a lot of other stuff going on that affects children. And what kind of attitudes do you think people that participate in this have? They have that same attitude that these dog people have. It's like, well, just put up with it. It's fine. Don't talk about it. It's the victim's fault. The victim should have done this. Yeah. So there it is. Appeasing the abuser is a terrible way to treat kids. And more people own dogs that are supposed to be so amazing for us. Yet you start looking at statistics of this nasty stuff that happens in society. The attitudes of the abused and the abusers in these situations, these are the same attitudes that get developed as a little kid, and they're the same attitudes that are inside of dog culture. The dog's causing a problem, just deal with it. Just wait until something bad happens. Speaking of wait until something bad happens, just one quick example. I'll go into deeper in another video. This recent case, the young lady, the victim in this case, I'll put the link in the description. The victim was an avid helper of animals. The victim owned 2 German Shepherds, and the boyfriend who committed the crime, allegedly, he kind of seemed like one of these guys that had a few problems, but she was going to tolerate it and kind of maybe try to stick it out with them, even though there was some warning signs, and she can fix them and save them and love them. In her tribute page, there's some mention of that, and in the longer video, there's some mention of his warning signs where she finally broke up with him, but it was like she was kind of trying to fix him and stuff like that. And that's the same type of mentality that these people have with the dogs. It's like, oh, we can fix them, we can adjust our household, we can make our baby act this way, make our kid act this way, so the dog can have more room and stuff. So yeah, it's not good at all, guys. This appease the abuser mentality that we're pushing kids out into society with, we're just basically removing the beautiful human armor that they have to understand the world that they live in. And we're creating abused people, and we're also creating abusers, because the people out there that are abusers, they see this, and they're predators of opportunity, and we're giving them much more opportunity to prey on.